If you're a contractor using Buildertrend just for scheduling and daily logs, you're missing the part that actually protects your profit. There's a hidden financial engine inside of Buildertrend that, when used right, can show you exactly where you're losing money before it's too late. 6 months ago, a client of mine found out too late. He thought his biggest job would make him $85,000. Turns out it was about to lose him $12,000. Buildertrend had been showing the red flags for weeks. He just didn't know where to look. So in this video, I'll show you how to use Buildertrend like a pro, not just to track costs, but to predict problems, fix leaks, and protect your margins. Here's what you'll learn: how to use job costing properly, what WIP report tells you that your bookkeeper is not going to, the 7 hidden costs most builders forget, and the exact setup I used to help that client recover and boost margins by 6%. Before we dive in, do this. Open Buildertrend, click into any active job, find the projected profit column. If it's red or under 10%, watch this video before you do anything else. Let's keep you profitable. Let's go. Let's talk job costing, and not the kind you think you're doing. Most builders I talk to say, yeah, we track our costs, but what they are really doing is looking at what they've already spent, and that's only one piece of the puzzle. The real job costing is about 4 numbers: what you estimated, what you've actually spent, what you've already committed to spending, like POs and subcontractors, and what you'll probably spend on unpredictable case scenarios, aka fires. Buildertrend shows you all of that in one place, no guesswork, no 15-tab spreadsheet at midnight. When you open the job costing budget tab, you're basically getting a financial dashboard for that job. It syncs up with your estimates, your bills, change orders, even QuickBooks if you got it connected. Here's what to look for. Estimated cost is your original plan. Actual cost is what hit the books. Committed cost is what you've locked in with vendors. And projected cost, that's what Buildertrend guesses the final number to be. If that projected cost is creeping above what your client's paying you, you've got a problem. And the longer you wait to catch it, the worse it gets. Here's something most people miss. Buildertrend handles markup differently depending on the job type. If it's open book, the markup shows through clean. But if it's fixed price and you don't bake that markup in upfront, you are the one eating the cost. And when you plug Buildertrend into QuickBooks, that's when it gets powerful. Your actual expenses feed right into the system. No delays, no copy paste, no double entries. Let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes I see: only updating job costs once a month. That's like checking your bank balance after all the money is gone. You don't find problems, you find disasters. So in construction, a lot can go sideways in 30 days. A sub sends an inflated invoice, material prices jump, your crew racks up over time. If you've only looking once a month, you're too late to fix it. Buildertrend is built for real-time visibility. Every bill, every PO, every hour logged in, it updates job costing right away. But you've got to use it. That means logging things as they happen. No waiting until Friday, no I'll make it later. Change orders are a big one. You already know they're coming. The second that change is approved, it needs to hit your budget. No later, not mentally, but in the system. Because every change impacts your bottom line, not just your timeline. Want to get even sharper? Track everything by cost type. You'll see in detail if it's roofing labor, plumbing materials, or equipment that's bleeding you dry. Okay, let's talk about WIP, work in progress reporting. If job costing is your speedometer, WIP is your GPS. It tells you not just how fast you're going, but whether you're even heading in the right direction. WIP answers 3 critical questions: how much work have we actually done, how much have we spent, and how much can we bill? When these 3 don't align, you've got problems. Here's why WIP is your early warning system. It tells you if you're in underbilled, meaning you are financing your client's project, or overbilled, meaning you might have to give money back. Or worst of all, if you're losing margin and don't even know it. Buildertrend's job costing budget makes WIP almost automatic. It estimates your costs to complete, shows revenue to recognize, and flags under or overbilling. But, and this is crucial, garbage in, garbage out. You need to update percent complete accurately. Not feels like we're halfway done. Actually measure it. Update weekly at minimum. This is where even experienced contractors leave money on the table. We are so focused on the big stuff, materials, labor, subs, that we forget what I call the death by the 1,000 cuts. Here are the 7 profit killers hiding in your jobs: insurance allocations, equipment rentals, storage fees, warranty reserves, training time, permits expediting, and the big one, project management time. You might think those are just a few hundred here and there. Well, let's add them up across a year. I had a contractor discover that it was eating $73,000 annually in untracked small costs. That's a truck. That's a year of private school. That's your retirement contribution. Yes, those small costs stack up big time. Buildertrend lets you build these into estimates from day one. Create line items for everything. Yes, everything. That porta potty rental, line item. Dumpster, line item. The coffee and donuts for the crew, line item. Here's a pro move. You can use Buildertrend's budgeting tool to mirror that placeholder behavior, identifying line items, cost codes that could fluctuate, for example, permits, expedited deliveries, weather delay labor, site cleanup, inspections. After locking your estimate or once in budget mode, use revised cost or equivalent editable field to increase the estimated cost for those items to reflect your expectation of overrun. Let the system's projected costs field absorb that adjustment. The system should recalculate projected costs or cost to complete to reflect the upward adjustment. Next, monitor variances and flags. As real bills, POs, change orders come in, you'll compare actuals against these projections. If the actual cost exceeds the projection, that's your red flag. If actuals stay below the projection, you've built a buffer. Update over time as you receive better data, vendor quotes, permit codes, last minute change order, revise the projected cost again. The more often you do this, the more predictive your projections become. All right, let's go deep. This is the stuff that separates the pros from I'll figure it out later crowd. First, customize your views. Buildertrend's job costing grid can show dozens of columns. You don't need them all. Create a custom view with just what matters. Highly recommend keeping the budget, actual, committed, projected, variance, and margin. That's your dashboard. Second, use the send to budget feature. Your estimate should become your baseline automatically. Just one click and done. No manual entry, no transcription errors. Third, link everything. Change orders, selections, variation orders, they should all flow into job costing automatically. Set it up once and it runs itself. Here's something most people never do. Buildertrend's parts and assemblies formula. Whether you build homes, remodel kitchens, or run high volume trades, this is where your estimating can go from manual to predictive. So inside of Buildertrend, you can actually build formulas directly into estimating parts. Think of each part as a small cell in your spreadsheet, except it lives inside Buildertrend permanently. You can tie it to real variables, square footage, linear footage, quantity, labor rate, or material costs. So instead of retyping numbers for every bit, you can tell Buildertrend, multiply labor hours by crew rate and materials, then tack on 10% for contingency. Now, every time you pull that part into a job, the system calculates it automatically. So there's no guessing and no spreadsheet errors, no double entry. Then you bundle those parts into assemblies like concrete slab, kitchen remodel, or roof replacement. Drop one assembly into your estimate and instantly you've got a full cost model. Demo, labor, materials, permits, everything pre-built with your real numbers and markup formulas. When you hit send to budget, those formula-driven costs become your baseline for job costing. So as bills, POs, and change orders start rolling in, Buildertrend shows you in real time exactly where you're making money and where you're losing it. And the best part, you can bake in contingency right into formulas, 5%, 10, 15, whatever your projects demand. Because whether you're building homes or remodel basements, one thing's guaranteed, Murphy's Law, it's always on payroll. Let me save you from the mistakes that cost my clients hundreds of thousands of dollars. The first mistake is running parallel spreadsheets. I see this constantly. You've got Buildertrend, but you feel better with your Excel spreadsheet. I hear you, traditional tracking feels safe, but my friend, you are creating confusion and guaranteed errors. If you can do it today, focus on just one, and I highly recommend sticking to Buildertrend. Mistake number 2, not updating after scope changes. A change order isn't just more money. It's different costs, different timeline, different everything. Update your job costing immediately to avoid leaving with the consequences of that. Mistake number 3, the other category. When 30% of your costs are in other or miscellaneous, you've got no job costing, you're just guessing. Use specific cost codes for everything. Mistake number 4, delayed billing. When you bill late, your cash flow breaks and your job costing metrics lie to you. And the Oscar goes to the biggest mistakes most contractors make, thinking job costing is nice to have. It's not. It's the difference between building a business and having an expensive hobby. That is my true opinion. I won't leave you with a 10-minute how-to without an action plan. So here it is. Do this in the next 7 days and you'll transform your business. Day 1, audit your setup. Open every active job in Buildertrend. Check if estimating matches budgets. Look for missing cost codes. Find the gaps. Day 2, clean up cost codes. Delete miscellaneous. Create specific codes for everything. Map them to QuickBooks. This is your foundation. Day 3, set up WIP reporting. Pick a day. I recommend whatever Wednesday and commit to reviewing WIP weekly. Put it on your calendar, make it sacred. Day 4, train your team. Your foreman needs to know how to enter costs. Your admin needs to process bills daily. Your subs need to submit costs promptly. Everyone plays a part. Day 5, run your first real job costing review. Look at every active job, calculate true margins, face reality. Day 6, analyze your latest completed projects. Where did estimates miss? What costs surprised you? Document lessons learned. This isn't an when I have time project. This is a drop everything else priority. Buildertrend's job costing isn't just another feature, it's your business's life support system. I know sounds cheesy, but you gotta use it right. You gotta know your numbers in real time, catch problems early, protect your margins religiously. If this opened your eyes to what you're missing in Buildertrend, that's good. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start knowing, book a free 15-minute audit where I can come in, look at your Buildertrend and QuickBooks setup together. No, not a sales pitch, just here to help. And if you found value here, click subscribe buttons so you don't miss out any more videos like this. Until next week, go open Buildertrend and check your projected profit column. Your future self will thank you.